In this lesson, we're going to see not just how JavaScript can manipulate the DOM, but how you can use Firefox and the DOM inspector to see what's going on behind the scenes. If you're following along with the examples, this is localhost AJAX chapter 02/03 script.html, and it's a pretty straightforward, simple little page to all appearances. So let's take a look at what's actually going on in the HTML and JavaScript. So I switch to my text editor, go to the HTML file. Here's our simple web page. It has a form. Inside the form is a text area with an ID of text area, an input button. After the form, there's a paragraph of text telling us what to do. But mostly there's a script called script.js that's doing all the work here. So let's go take a look at it. When the document loads, that triggers the window.onload event handler, which is going to call the initAll function. InitAll just says anytime we do a submit on the form, we're going to call the addNode function. And everything else here is in addNode. What addNode does is it calls getElementById, passes it a value of text area. If you recall, that was our text area name, the ID for that text area, and then it gets its value. So whatever was entered in there when we hit submit ends up in the variable inText. Next, we call document.createTextNode and pass it whatever got entered. That creates a brand new text node and puts it in the variable newText. Next, we create a new paragraph. Document.createElement is passed a p. That gives us a new p tag. That's put in the variable newGraph. And then we call newGraph.appendChild. That takes the text node that we created and puts it into our new paragraph tag. So we've got this new paragraph tag with our text in it. What we do is we look at document.getElementsByTagName and pass it body. Unless there's a real problem with our page, there should only be one body tag, and sub0 gets the first one. That's stored in the variable docBody. And then we take our body tag and we append a child to that, which is our new paragraph. So at the very end of the body, we put a new paragraph containing whatever text we entered. And finally, we would do a return false so that the form doesn't actually get submitted, because we don't actually need to go to a new page. Everything's being handled here. So now that we know what this is supposed to do, let's go back to Firefox and see what's going on. We type something in here, hit submit, and some text will get entered on the page. But we want to actually see what's going on behind the scenes. So we're going to go up to the DOM inspector. I'm going to open this up bigger. In the DOM inspector, I'm going to click Inspect. What this does is it gives me my little web page here at the bottom, and then up on top I can see what's actually going on. So here's our various fields. Now I'll say our new paragraph is ready to be entered. So I'll say paragraph 1 and submit. And you can see paragraph 1 was there, but all of a sudden now there's a new paragraph here that wasn't there before. And if we look at it in the DOM node inspector there, here's paragraph 1, and there's our P. We can enter another one and say submit, and you can see there's our new paragraph, which has a value of paragraph 2, as it says over here. So using the DOM inspector, we can see precisely what's going on while things are running and after things have been added. This is going to be very helpful behind the scenes to figure out what AJAX is doing when it's not doing exactly what we want it to be doing. Next up, we're going to take a look at XML.